Hello YouTube. So today we are going to code this bubble sort. Okay, so let me show you here. So bubble sort is this famous sorting algorithm. Actually, one of my subscriber demanded that he want to see the bubble sort visually. Uh, so I'm going to code it now. So as you can see that this first pass of bubble sort is going on. So output of the first pass is that the greater number is at the end. So the now second pass of bubble sort is going on. So this 9 will be now here somewhere. Okay, so this bubble sort works, its strategy is to look for adjacent elements, and if this element is greater, then it will swap with its successor. So in n minus 1 passes it will just do its job done. Okay, so it's very easy algorithm, and many times this is asked in the college exam. Okay, and instead of just writing bubble sort in C, and the showing the final output, that after doing all the process, when you show this cool animation, you will guaranteed that this external examiner give you kind of 100 out of 100 marks. So let's code this bubble sort. Okay, so first thing, I have created this folder. Actually, I think you can see that. Okay, uh, I created this folder bubble. I have these three files as I always do. Well, let's start with this index.html. First thing, let me check whether I'm recording or not. Yes, I'm recording. So first I will start with this in HTML, and what I will just link, I will just give title bubble sort, and I will just link the style sheet, and style.css, and I will just link the script also, app.js. Okay, so the script tag is here. Let me do that. Okay, src, I will go down, I will just put app.js. Okay, so doing that, let me write something in this. So let me do that. Okay, alert. I do things, in each video you will say that it's redundant, but you know some guys, I just started this channel recently, and the the newbie guy will just get difficulties if he doesn't understand how to include all this stuff and how to verify whether they are included in this HTML or not. So I do, starting of each video, and it just also gives me a warm-up kind of thing. Okay, so I do this, but I don't want it. I have verified that I have, I have appended the this sorry, I have included these files into index.html. So let's go for this guy, and let's inspect it, so that you will get the anatomy or the structure of how we are going to implement all these things in web. So first time, as you can see that this this array, I called it grid, and each individual square in it, I think, let me zoom here. Okay, I don't want to zoom here. Actually, I want to zoom here. So let me, I don't want iPad, I want responsive. Okay, so yeah, so each square, I am appending to this grid. Okay, so just remember that. So what we are going to do in JavaScript, we are going to make this square elements, and we are going to add through JavaScript, and index.html we just gonna write header, which is bubble sort. So for header I will use this h1 tag. So bubble sort, title we have to put, and next thing I'm going to do is to have this div. Okay, I just done a mistake here. Okay, a div, I'm going to call it grid. Okay, let me now go to this browser and verify whether I have done that or not. So let's do it. Okay, still it says alert where I clear it, but I need to save this. Okay, let's see. Okay, now it's gone. Okay, so let me say, yeah, we have got grid. And okay, so bubble sort is in like corner, we want it into the center. So to do that, we will do all these things in CSS. So HTML gives you structure and CSS gives you styles. Without CSS, HTML is kind of boring, so let's do this clearing procedure first. Browser adds default padding and margin, but we don't require it since we are not going to lay out our web page, so we have to do this. So let's start with the grid. Okay, since grid is a class, I have prepended it with a dot. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see that code very easily. So we are prepending it with a dot because it is a class. We are going to write now properties. First thing we want to do is we want to set a display property to the flex, because we are going to the appending the square one after the other like this. So one after the other. Okay, I don't want this to happen. I don't want this in a separate tab. So let me just again reopen it. This Chrome browser. Sorry for taking your time, guys. Okay, it's not responding. What? Okay, let me just go and just show you. Okay, here. Sorry for taking your precious time, guys. Okay, so what I was saying, that these squares, they are kind of, you can see that one after the other arrangement, adjacent arrangement. So for doing that, we need this display flex property. Okay, then another property flex flow, which will same thing, but it will do put square one after the other. You can, for if you want to know these properties in detail, just Google search those properties. First link will be of this W3 schools, and it will tell you in detail what are those. Okay, so let me check for the measurements, for verification, so I don't go wrong. So width will be 620 pixels. These numbers have come up with the experimentation. Height will be 50 pixels. Okay, and border I'm going to assign 1 pixel solid black as usual. So 1 pixel solid black. Let me check whether I'm recording or not. Yes, I'm recording. Yep, I'm recording. So it's a 1 pixel solid black, and I'm going to place this margin. Okay, uh, 100 and auto. So why I'm doing that? To make this grid in center. Without this, it won't be in a center. So let me show you also that. So control slash, and let's save it. So we are refreshing now. Here bubble sort is here. So we will say this grid and this bubble sort thing is kind of in a corner, but we don't want them in a corner. We want here middle. So for doing that, what we are going to do is, first we will take care of this h1 guy, and we will just assign text align center. Okay, center. And for this, I'm going to remove this from the comments, so it will keep that thing in a center. Okay, I think you have understood. Yep. No, this thing is not in center. Why? Okay, let me save it and again run it. No, doesn't happen. Let me inspect for it. This happens always with the developer. Things don't work according to him sometimes. Okay, why is cutting that now? I don't want to cut you, man. So let's assign margin here. Let's check what's the problem. It's 100. Okay, I didn't appended the pixel. So by the way, you can just edit the properties here to see how it looks. Okay, so yeah, the problem was that I didn't appended with the pixel. Okay, the CSS interpreter doesn't want me to just write 100. I should write 100 pixels. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do that we are going to append the squares. For that we are going to use the JavaScript, because typing 10 divisions is boring. We are programmers and programmers are lazy people. So let's do that. So first thing first, we will grab the division. Okay, so for that I will grab the, sorry, first thing first, we will grab the grid. So let me grab the grid. So it will be document dot query selector, query selector, and what is, we want to grab this element, guys, this. Okay, I will go, sorry, yeah, I will go here and I will just prepend it with dot and I'll just put this. Okay, so you must have observed that whatever we write in CSS, we put in the JavaScript. Okay, okay, excuse me for this. My nose is tingling. Okay, after getting this grid, let me have this variable I will use, in a bit, timeout, for this all timing purposes. So let timeout be 100,000. Okay, you will get to know when I use this, so just be patient. Okay, after that I'm going to assign this squares array, which we will hold all the square divisions. Okay, so that's it. Okay, actually it's not like C array declaration we do in this type JavaScript. Sometimes, I used to be a C programmer, so sometimes I write like C. Okay, this is now I'm going to type usual for loop. And if you are very new to programming, then for loop just repeat the statements, this many times. So whatever I'm going to write here in this braces, whatever we're going to I'm going to write here, it will just repeat 10 times if you are a complete newbie. So let's make this square guy. Okay, square, and we are going to create the division. Okay, so I will put this document dot create element, and this division we want to create. Okay, after creating this division I want to set it attribute, because I have, where is our bubble index dot I will show you what does it mean to set attributes. So you can see here this division has a id 0. So this id 0 I'm going to set in JavaScript by using this square dot set attribute. So this is a method we use, set attribute, and what I want to set id. So for that, this id should be go in a string, and id what I'm going to see 0, sorry, I. Okay, so square, the first square will have id 0, and so on. The next thing I want to set a number in that square. Okay, so for that, I want my array to be sorted descendingly. So our bubble sort will sort it ascendingly. Okay, actually I don't have sense, uh, this is my right and this is my left. So I should say that we have, we have this array, and this is, this array is, first of all it will just be, 10 9 8 10 to 1, but we want to make 1 to 10. For that we are going to now set it inner HTML. That means we are setting the number in that square thing inner HTML, and what I want is 10 minus I. Okay, not just okay. after doing that. Not idea, man. What are you? Why idea? Not idea, man. Okay, atom sometimes, then I want to add to this, I want to add this square to the grid. So the grid dot append should be append square. Okay, okay, append, that will be done. Or yeah, actually I should append is good. Okay, and I will just make this squares, squares dot push. Okay, that means just append in Python and push in JavaScript. Okay, they are same. So just we are placing a square into the square array. So we are just placing this square. I will hit Control S, and to reflect all this we have to actually code this. So we have to give them styles. So I'm doing this now. So what, this is a special CSS syntax. It says that whatever divisions are in the grid are gonna have the styles which I'm gonna dictate here. Okay, which essentially means that whatever squares we are going to append in this grid, will have those styles. Okay, so remember that this is a special syntax. Okay, so let's go with the flow. Let's have the width to be 60 pixels. Okay, we have to put this. I have to remember this. Okay, this will be fine, guys. Okay, 60 pixels. Okay, height will be inherit. Okay, that is 50 pixels. Okay, then I will be putting the border also to this guy, so it will be, I guess, 1 pixel solid black, as it always does. Okay, text align center, because I want that number in the square of the center. So therefore this property, guys, text align center. Okay, I want font weight to be 700. Okay, I want my font to look bold. Also I want to set its color black. Okay, black. And also I want to font size extra large. Okay, this again the property in CSS. Let's verify for our code now. Let's me first save this. First let's me save this, and let's go to this our index dot not this document, and hit refresh, so we can see that all the numbers have appeared in the descending order. Now we have to sort them. Okay, so let's write a code for the Mr. Bubble Sort. So bubble sort, I will explain this with this animation again. If you don't know bubble sort, so what this bubble sort does is that first it will compare this element. Okay, if the position at, okay, I will just slow down this bubble sort, maybe 1 minute. Okay, I will just I already have this code. I have to set its timeout. I need to just, I will add a, I will make it 3000. So we will, I will add its 3000, and I will add its 2000, and whether, okay, and this is 1000 is right. So this is actually we are going to write this code. So for for the explanation purposes, I'm slowing this bubble sort. So let's do now. So first it will do this. So this number is, okay, we will slow it down more. Let's do that. Okay, so let's make me it is 4000, and let's also make me 4000. Okay, sorry guys, I'm taking your time as usual. I do, huh? But you are my loving subscribers, and you will just understand me. Okay, So let's see what happens. So yeah, now this number it will see this number is greater than this, so it will, therefore it will swap. This number is greater than this, so therefore it will swap. So it will come to the next number, this number is greater than this, therefore it will swap. This number is greater than this, therefore it will swap. So it will take n minus 1 passes, and in each pass the largest number will be at the end. So you will see that this 10 will travel to this end now. Okay, yeah, now this number will be compared and 10 will be here now. Okay, this is the completion of the first pass. Now the second pass started and it will place this 9 here. Okay, then third pass will go, this will place 8 here, so it will go on and on. So let me now increase the speed and let me show you what happens. So this I will set, you know, it was 200 and it was actually, yep, it was also 200, and this will be 100. Okay, so you can see very you can watch this sort. Let me save it and let me run it again. So you can see that first pass is going on. So in the first pass the 10 will be going there at the end. Okay. Yep, I put this I'm keeping this speed source, so you will get better understanding of this. So this 9 will be here. Okay, yep, okay, so 9 will be here. It won't compare this 9 and 10 because 10 is already sorted. There is no issue of comparison, so it won't compare 1 and 9, but it will take this 8 and it will just place here and it will go back here. Okay, I think you have understood this sort algorithm. It will just do n minus passes. That means until it places 2 here, it will continue to go. Okay, so you can download this animation from my GitHub and investigate. But now this will put 6 here. Okay, like that it will put 2 here and it will get end. Okay, so let's now code this thing up. Okay, we will go to this app.js. So the first thing first, what we are going to do, we are going to write this function bubble sort. So how we do function definition is like this: function bubble sort, not this. Sorry for my, you can actually watch my videos, putting at 1.5, because I speak slow and type slow deliberately, because newbies should understand the programming. So for n minus 1 passes, I'm going to type this for loop, let I equal to 0, and this is like C only, and I less than 9, which is the number, yeah, it's I less than 9 because we want n minus 1 passes. So let me add comment. There are 10 numbers in our array, so I less than 9 means 0 to 8. That means we have n minus passes, which are for 10 we have 9 passes. So we will add this n minus 1 passes, and you have seen that what one pass does. It will just put the number and it will just throw that number. Okay, let's continue the coding now. The second loop, for it's same like C. No, let j equal to 0, because I'm referring C because in colleges they will teach you with the C, but you won't find any major differences in JavaScript and C in terms of syntax. There are, but now here I minus 1, put I minus 1. Why I minus 1? Because I don't want to actually, I want to, this J guy, what happens? Okay, open. So J guy will go to here. Okay, so after each pass we have this number here, no? So you have observed that 10, this 10 will be here now. So we don't need to compare this number, therefore to avoid that we are doing this. Okay, now this 10 will come here. Okay, but in the next pass two positions won't be compared. These two positions will be compared and this guy will move here. Okay, you will see now that this won't compare, it will move here, it will compare this and it will move here. Okay, so for that effect we are doing this. Okay, just understand that. J plus plus. Okay, let's go. What? Okay, so I'm going to use the set timeout for the, I will explain all these things to you, but be patient. I'm putting the set timeout. Okay, and I'm going to write some anonymous function now. Okay, so this will be the definition of the function, and I want this function to run every timeout. Why don't do this with me, man? Yeah, therefore I have declared this timeout now, man. Yeah, so let's code this functionalities, man, guys. Okay, so I will come here, I will set its tab. Let me write code. So first I'm going to check whether you know parse int. Why I'm using the function? Because this squares j. I will first write and then I will explain you, I guess, inner HTML. Okay, if squares j inner HTML is greater than, I will again use this parse int, guys. Parse int squares j plus 1. Okay, come on, squares j plus 1 dot inner HTML. If that's the case, so let me put this. Okay, so what I'm saying that in pure English, that if this element, okay, if this element is greater than this, then we are going to swap. Okay, so let's do that. But since we are highlighting all this, there is one extra condition that I will explain you later, but for the time being, just consider that this condition is here. If j greater than 0, this all is done for the synchronization purposes, guys. Okay, so I want to remove this exchange class. Okay, so I will just put squares, square j minus 1 and j plus, squares j minus 1 and j minus 1 dot class list dot, why I want you, class list dot remove. There is exchange class that will make this red. Okay, exchange, I have given the name exchange to it. Okay, control S. So you can see that this this puts this red color. So that's the thing that exchange class does. So I'll just go and copy this property of this exchange class. I already have coded, so it's nothing, it's just putting the background color red. Okay, just code it now instead of copying. Background color red. Okay, put that, hit save, and let's continue. So we want to remove it, and also we want to remove this squares j plus 1 minus 1, sorry, squares, yes, squares j I want to remove. You will come to know that it will you will come to know why I'm writing it. I will explain you at the end of the video. because this functionality, this code is very complex in time, but its algorithm is very simple. So class list dot remove, yeah, it's correct. Same class exchange. Yeah, we have done this. We have done writing this if statement. So let's put some space here. Okay. Okay. Yep. That's it. So let's put some space here. So okay, let's forget this for a bit now, and please get a focus here, guys. So initially we have j equal to 0. So what we have to do is that we have to put, initially we have to put red color on this adjacent, guys. So we are going to do that now. So I will just put squares j. Okay. God. Oh, hi. Sometimes I type very bad, huh? Squares j class list. Sorry for my bad typing today, guys. Squares dot class list. Class. Why? Okay, sorry. Class list dot add exchange. Okay, exchange. Yeah. So we are highlighting the first square with the red. Then we have to highlight also the j plus 1. Okay, why? Actually it's a night time and you can see that clock showing 12:48, so I'm kind of lazy here, but I want to make YouTube videos, guys. It I'm kind of liking this making videos. I'm getting very passionate about this nowadays. you know so we are adding this not exchange. Okay, I have misspelled this. Exchange, it should be exchange. Okay, and it should be exchange. Yep. So this code just puts this, first two elements, it will add red color, and then what we have to do, we have to swap those, because we are in this, because we know that this value is greater than this. Okay, the first value is greater than this, so we have to swap it like here. So 10 is greater than 9, therefore we are going to swap. So let's swap it. So I'm also putting this guy in a set timeout. Okay, this all thing is for timing. Okay, guys. So remember that JavaScript doesn't, just test your algorithm skill, but it will just test your timing skills also. So JavaScript is kind of pretty fascinating languages. Okay. Yeah, it's 1,000. I have come up with this value with a bit of experimentation, guys. So just use them. So we are now just going to swap this value. So simple swap logic. Let temp equal to squares. I will first take the j square value into the temp. It's inner HTML. I have to write. Okay, and I will just write squares j. This is swapping routing. I'm going to write squares j plus 1. Okay, let me check whether I'm recording or not. Yes, I'm recording. J plus 1 dot inner HTML. Okay, and I will just move this squares, we j plus 1. Now this is the same simple sorting routine we are applying here. Nothing fancy. I think you got it. We are just swapping the values and we need this temporary variable, so it will become temp. Okay, So let's after swapping. Okay, now again we have to code this, guys. There is this condition that I will explain you later, because I want to explain you event queues, and then I will just, you will get the sense of all this, then. So I will write this j equals to, okay, let me check. Okay, no comparisons. So we use in JavaScript triple equal to compare, because we want to ensure that we are checking the type as well as uh, value. you know Please just remember that JavaScript will do some internal typecasting, and it will make you, it will just adjust that. So I don't want that, so I'm just doing that. So use this triple equal to. So in this, if again I'm going to use set timeout, guys, this all is for the timing and synchronization purpose. I will explain you, don't worry right now, just focus how we are writing the code. I'm giving you all these examples because I want you to just not, I can walk through you the code right now, but I want to give that feeling that you are developing this code with me. Okay, therefore I'm typing this all the code. So what I will do here, I will just remove this exchanges that I always do, squares. Okay, j, okay, dot class list, typing slowly today, remove. And we want to remove the exchange class. Exchange means that Redis thing we want to remove. And squares j plus 1. Yeah, let me reference it. I'm looking down because I have to refer the code in case I don't go wrong, guys. Class list dot remove, and we are going to remove this exchange class. Okay, let me get this code, let me refactor this code. Always do the refactoring of the code, guys, because it will, else you will just get lost into this mess. Okay, all right, we look good here. Bunch of braces, no. So at Python we don't have to account for these braces. Okay, that is kind of disadvantage of the Python programming, Oh, I don't want that, man. I just want to increment now timeout, I will just check the values, guys. It is 200. Okay, this is always timing purposes. Okay, I think we have completed our code. I will show how this code works, but let me first check whether this code works or not. Okay, nothing is happening. Why? Let me inspect. Come on, inspect, guy. What happened? Console is okay. I have to call this function. This is, there is a programming joke actually. There is a there is a meme that guy defines and writes all the function, but it doesn't call the function. It was so big project. Okay, it was big web project, and there was one guy which was working in a team. Okay, and he didn't call its function, and he was still looking for the error. So he looked for all this whole code, but after 1 hour he will he come to know that he didn't have this call is function. So these things also happen. Okay, so we have error, guys, at 20. Let's me investigate now. What the exchange. Okay, we are adding. Why? Okay, let me fix this. Okay, uh, why it's doing that? At 20 it's giving me error, and it says that j minus 1, it doesn't have what its error is. Cannot read property remove. Why is that, man? You must. Okay, let me check class list dot remove. Yeah, j greater than, I'm adding it. Yeah, I'm adding j and j plus 1, guys. Let me pause for a bit and come to you now. I don't want to waste your time. So yeah, guys, I have figured out the mistake. The mistake was pretty silly. So what I have did that I just did this. So because of that it didn't work. So now we have this. Oopsie. Right, inner HTML here. Inner HTML. Okay, now let's save it and then run it. So you can see that it is now working. Now let me show you how does it work, what this set timeout is doing and all these things. So for understanding of that, I need to show this crude diagram of mine. Okay, this is event queue. Okay, so let's go by statement bit by bit. So what we are first doing that, so how this JavaScript will run, it will go here. Okay, it says that I equal to 0 and I is less than 9, so it will just enter here. So it will just say j is 0, j less than, actually you can just replace with this squares, squares length also. Oops, because let me just copy this, and let me just paste, and you can just put this for, then your code will be very general. Okay, so you can push here 20, then you can also, then you can aram se do 20, it will be more flexible. Okay, what this happen? Okay, it's 10 minus okay, it's 20 minus a guy. Well, okay, but the thing is that it will be like this. Okay, but it will do same things. We have to give it more dimension, so it will do that. But I have just show you for the flexibility that you can also write like this. Don't hard code your code ever. So let's continue that. So it will just regularly does it task. So what it happens that first it will, first iteration that I0 J0, it will just put whole this code up to this. Okay, this is our slot. Okay, and this whole code I am referring as a slot. you know Let me grab this pencil, and no, let me grab the brush, it will be very fine, and it'll get me a red color. So oops, it's it's so black. Okay, the pencil will be fine. So this, you are seeing this, so this all will be our this. Okay, so let me come to the point now. This is one slot, so we are calling this slot, this slots will have difference. So it will just like this C++ or these, it will just place this slot. It will just, for I equal to 0, j equal to 0, it will just place this slot one after the one. Okay, so event queue will be like this in a JavaScript. So this first slot is now have we have now that first slot. So in that slot also we are doing this calc set timeout. So first thing first, what we will do, we will just first add this to, this thing. We will just do this red. Okay, and then we are, that exchange doesn't happen instantaneously. We have to just, to make good animation, we have to wait and then swap. Therefore this 1000, so it will just add this color red, it will wait for 1 second and it will swap. So you can see that effect here. Okay, it will add color now, it will wait, then it will swap, it will add color, it will wait, swap. Okay, that is, we have to wait. If we don't wait, I will show you, it will just like okay, let me put it 10. Okay, let me put it 10. Yeah, it will just like boom 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 boom. You will see that you won't get good animation. So it will just like पल पल भर में वो हो रहा है. Okay, it will be fast. No, let me just put it 0. Okay, whatever happens, let's see. So it will add color and it will swap. Okay, it will add color, it will swap, it will add color, it will swap. Okay, but is why is not okay? Let me save it, control save, and let's refresh. Why it's waiting? Okay, okay. Yeah, because of this. Okay, okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. But I need to wait for it, but actually it is waiting. So okay, why this happens, I'm very curious now. Okay, well, let me save. Okay, let me remove this timeout completely, guys, then you will observe. Maybe I will just save this and I will just go. Okay, it will add now color and it will just, okay, still it is waiting. Okay, but you cannot see that. Okay, you cannot, what we want, that this color should be red, and you should swap and it must remain red, but now here you are not seeing, it will just exchange and it's just going. Okay, it will just exchange, it will just going. Okay, but earlier also it used to do that. Okay, let me sometimes this JavaScript, no, it will just make you mad. Let me put it and let me observe the effect now. But event queues are very complex thing in JavaScript actually, so let's do this. Okay, it will just swap, it will waiting and it is waiting. Okay, it is waiting for 1 second. Okay, it will swap, it will wait and then it will go, it will swap, it will wait and then go, it will swap, wait, go. Okay, so for that, smoothness, we have added this 1000. So let's again remove it and see it. You must understand all these things in JavaScript. Okay, now we will experiment it. Okay, now it is swap, it will go, it will swap, it will go, it will swap, it will go, it will swap, it will go. So you are not seeing the smoothness in animation. Okay, but if we add this 1000, you will see some smoothness. Okay, let me get back my smoothness. So you will now see smoothness. Okay, now it will add, it will wait, then it will go, it will add, it will wait, then it will go, it will swap, wait, go, swap, wait, go. Okay, so earlier it was not doing that. Okay, I think you are convinced with my crude explanation. So we are using this timeout thing. Now the next thing we are using is this is employed when this array reach here. Okay, okay, let me first explain this, why I have included this. Okay, so that after each pass, after doing swapping, after doing swapping, थोड़ा रुकने के बाद it will go here. So each pass we have to clear also this. So we are clearing this, we have to put red, we doing and we clear and we go there. Okay, we are clearing this. Okay, and for that clearing actually we are using this. So, and why j greater than 0? Because if j is 0, then j minus 1 will be minus 1 and the minus 1 is not a valid index. Okay, so for that we are doing. So I think you have understood that now. Okay, and why we are doing? Because when this last, it just appears to the when it appears to the border, it doesn't have it cannot come and execute, this statement. So when it goes to end, actually, so when j is equal to square that squares length minus I minus 2, when it goes to end, that means this situation. Okay, let me first, okay, when it will come here, no, and it will swap, it will put 10 here. Okay, then it doesn't have chance to actually clear this red thing. Okay, okay, now it will come. Okay, it will come now. Okay, it will come now. You have to clear this also, because next pass will you know go. So not Audacity. I don't want to open Audacity, so therefore we are actually doing this. So we are setting it 200 because we want to clear this guy in synchronization with this guy. Okay, so all this complex bubble sort logic, I think you have understood now. Okay, now this is the last time you are seeing this crude animation. You can also make it fast. Okay, let's make it fast, but you have to be, really calculated. Let's put 500, and also let's put 500, and let's put its half, which is 250. So it will just work fast, 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 but you won't, you know yeah. Let's hit save, and it will just, let's see its effects. Okay, you can see that it's going fast. Oh god, funk tuck tuck tuck. Yep. So you can just play with these intervals and experiment with it, and you can show this to your inter college exam or interviews, whatever you want to do it, man. Okay, then bye for today, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, please like this video. I'm going to present, more good content. And subscriber also, told me that I make long videos. I will try to make short videos from nowadays, I guess, or I will break that videos in shorter parts. But I will definitely do that, guys, from the next time. But for now, I'm signing off. Bye. But before going, remember, like, subscribe, share. Okay. Bye. Okay. Stop.